y'all, welcome back to the block. This your girl Sandra.
And this your girl Shantae.
And this is Dee. I am Dee.
Yeah, she's so extra, y'all. I was telling like, dang, y'all. This I am Dee. This Dee. She playing with the introduction today, y'all. I can die.
Y'all, we don't have a guest today.
So what we gonna do?
It's gonna be us.
It's us.
Y'all ready to hear what we gotta say?
I think this is needed.
Yeah. It's an outlet. We need this.
It's needed. Yeah. We could have put a guest on this day. We could have put a guest on this day, but Sandra suggested that we do an episode with all three of us, and I agree.
Yeah. That was a brilliant idea.
We wanna let y'all in on us today.
Just a little.
Just a little. Give a little taste about the block, Shantae, Sandra, Dee. So we finna open that up to you guys. We gotta open up our lives and our story to you guys.
Just a little bit.
Dee say just a little bit, y'all.
I gotta keep saying it.
we can't let everything out of bed, Dee. Okay, gotta keep them guessing. Okay, but we know we was gonna have us a little drink or whatever while we unwind, while we telling our story.
Look like on the way here, she already. Never mind. Go ahead.
Y'all gonna learn Dee tells my business. So we gonna finish this off. This your Shantae? You said you like a little razzle dazzle.
That's cute.
Okay, yeah, she was cute. She was
cute. Remember?
So I'm gonna pour this up. Dee, where your drink at?
Now you better talk your stuff.
Okay, y'all. We said because y'all last time she tried to put me on blast, saying so. Guess what? You know what?
But did I
Shantae?
tell them people last time I was gonna have a drink?
So you want this, cousin, or you want a little razzle?
No, she want this. You already know that.
Well, Shantae, guess what? I'm finna finish this
Pour it
off with
on.
me and you.
Let me see how you empty the bottle. How they say empty the clip.
Empty the. There you go.
There you go. Look.
All right.
Look. Which one Shantae's on it? Which one?
You know hers on the most, girl.
Remember what I said, y'all? They don't play with me, y'all. They don't play with this way. They know me. That's all that matters. They know me.
Hey, baby.
They got that XSL
Why
in
like
there
you don't
again.
wanna open?
You want to?
That I ain't got time for that.
There you go. She wanted to unbox.
I was trying to be
cute.
cute.
She wanted to unbox it for y'all.
I want to be cute.
I'm gonna put this card down because we don't need the cue cards on today.
Tell me when to stop. Cause see, she want a lot of this.
Yeah, she good. She
want a lot of this.
Yeah, go ahead, old cousin. Okay.
Well, let's toast to.
I need my drink still, Drew.
That's yours, right?
This
there,
one
baby.
mine. I know this one was mine. I knew this one was mine, baby. But hey, that's okay.
I ain't gonna tell y'all our business, but when we leave, I'm gonna get my baby a drink.
Period.
Okay.
And my JT boys.
All right, y'all.
Listen, I want to give a toast to the Block podcast. I want to give a toast to these ladies, these beautiful ladies. Don't get me started. Look, she went defending herself. I see how she.
You look in for the corner.
I caught on the corner. On the corner. But I want to give a toast to these beautiful ladies.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, kindly.
They. You know what? She right. Click it on up, cause I don't need to get them too much.
All right, to the block.
Y'all ain't giving the toast.
We said to the block. You did it. Let us. Hey.
Look, they don't want to say nothing.
Hey, no, we got it. Let me drink first.
She want to drink. Go ahead. Gone.
Okay, so I'm gonna let that simmer on down.
Okay.
And
squeak.
I'm gonna say, this is where I did the toast. I want to just say a thank you to Dee for allowing me to share your platform.
Who is squawking? Thank you.
What?
For joining me. It's juice, but I'm saying
Right? You say what I was thinking. What?
it was strong. You could drink that side.
Girl.
You not that girl now. Come on now. It's always her. Shantae. What's your drink? It's the girl.
Listen. That put a little heat in my chest. I want to say thank you first and foremost for inviting me to the blog. You know how when you have a time when you can pick and choose who you meet.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you can pick and choose who you meet. And a lot of people, well, I would say I met you or you picked me at my peaceful. I was in my peaceful place when you met me. Even though you knew me years prior, but we lost touch here. There.
We met again.
We met
Right,
again.
right.
You got to know the new version of me. You got
Technically,
the
all
best
of us.
Yeah,
Technically,
you got,
all of us.
already knew each other. But
Yeah.
What you mean technically all of us? That don't fit
I
with
met
me.
you, girl.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me and you, but go ahead.
Don't get to
I'm
it.
sorry. Go ahead.
She just not.
I'm sorry.
She wants you to yourself. Jesus.
Go ahead.
Okay, but I think you helped. I was already, at this peaceful place in my life, just enduring Shantae, learning Shantae all over again, and even in taking in the me being sick, me having having a diagnosis, it's just a diagnosis. By his stripes, I am already healed. But when you meet somebody who you can be like, inseparable with, like when she don't answer her phone, baby. If I know she see me, that little piece of phone, baby.
You hear? Look
When saying get ghost, baby, did you talk to her today? Baby, you talked to her today. Like it's like this. I was at a stage where I was in my isolation stage. I was alone. It wasn't that I had to be alone. It was my choice to be alone, to learn Shantae all over again. So now that I'm outside.
Ooh.
Go ahead,
Auntie outside.
Say it with your chest.
Auntie outside. You hear me?
Okay, yes.
So since Auntie outside, Auntie stepped outside to a wonderful group of people, a group of women. I enjoy you guys. I enjoy being here with you guys, and like our talks. So furthermore, I'm ready for let's talk about it.
I know. Ooh.
That's something for you, but we gonna get to that at another episode.
Another one.
Right.
Anybody that can't afford. But you know what? I enjoy you as well, and it's so crazy that you say you was in your isolation stage, cause so was I. I never said that to y'all. I never told y'all that. Well, she was there before the isolation, in the isolation.
She just wasn't going nowhere.
No, she ain't going nowhere
At all.
But yeah, I was in my isolation stage as well, and again, like we've been to each other before then, but we wasn't locked in,
right?
Like we are now. And I believe that nothing happens by accident. God has a destined time and place.
Yes.
Especially when He want to bring people together.
Yes, absolutely. And like I had to go back to this. I've known Didi years, and our first encounter, I was the meanest thing in the world to her. Baby Didi say, "Oh, I'm not going in there and talk to that mean lady." Like, baby Didi say, I came in the house and said, "Hey," and kept walking. Didi say, "Oh, baby, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that." But see,
Didi ain't know that.
baby, one thing about God, He brought us back round, and look, she can't get enough of me, and I can't get enough of her.
Right.
Then we got this one right here. This the icing on the cake right here. This our icing. This our balance. Yeah, this our balance that we need, baby, because she gonna have us going, I don't like nothing about it. That's the first thing she gonna give it to us, baby. She gonna give us what we need. That's our balance.
Y'all know you always need that balanced person, and I'm her. It's me.
Yeah. That's all. Look, y'all what she said, she's her. It's definitely her.
So we're gonna jump into what we're talking about and what we here for today. Our episode. So it's we're gonna kind of like ask each other questions, or we just gonna kind of like fall in. And the question that you guys want to know.
Give a little story time.
Yeah, and the question a lot of you guys want to know, what is going to go to Didi, and how did the block start? How did you come up with the Block podcast? Come on, break it to us. Let us know what's going on. How you get us here?
Well, let me turn that way a little bit.
Yeah, let the people know.
So we all comfortable. We got on our jeans and our sneakers and
our kicks.
Yeah, we real comfortable.
Make sure I got a little what's on? Ooh, y'all, I ain't gonna put a little lotion on.
So yeah, I gotta look at y'all and look at her, cause I'm gonna tell y'all how the block came about.
Okay.
They already know, right?
They
already know.
I was excited, y'all, when I got the news. I was overly excited, to be honest. I'm like, girl, yes, I love it. I love everything about it. It was when she said it was just like, what? And I was at work, and everybody who know me, baby, I stopped baby, I start traffic. It's just what happened with the boss. But I was at work and she was telling me about it. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, hey, Miss Big Low, take care of this right quick. I'm finna go in the office and I'm finna go sit down and get this tea with my cousin talking about it. She told me about it. And I was all for it. It was different. It was something new. It's what the city needs. So I'm like, I'm feel like I don't want to tell the story. I'm just telling my experience on how I like it. But Didi, go ahead. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Where do I start? Okay. I mean, I guess from the beginning, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's a lot, but I want to be mild mannered while telling the story. Me and someone that I know. Yeah, again, this is my cousin Sandra. Me and her. I had my own dance studio. If you guys know, or if you don't know,
girl, they know. They know. True story, baby. Y'all, please don't act like you don't know. You ain't know that like you don't know the hottest dance group in the city, baby.
Period.
Y'all know who's the hottest dance group in the city, but
True Sway
dance city. Y'all know about it, but
we had the little girls, we had the big girls, we had the boys, the girl, all that.
But go ahead.
And at the time, we needed we started welcoming 4- and 5-year-olds into the studio, which became our babies, and we needed someone to be, with our babies. So I went to Sandra. Sandra was the assistant / coordinator / Sandra was everything. She was everything in the studio. And I went to her and let her know that we need someone to come in to be with the babies. It was the babies, right?
Yeah, it started with it started with the babies.
Okay. We needed someone to come in to be with the babies. She got on it right away. Came back to me and said that she knows someone. She let me know the person's name. I didn't know the person, but she let me know who the person was, and I told her bring it in. So she scheduled her to come in. We had a talk, and she became part of the team, part of the True Sway dance team. And she just was there with us. Fast forward time, because that was some years ago. Me and this person, even though she went her separate ways after being in the studio with us, maybe about a year or so later.
Yeah.
We didn't talk like we used to being in the studio. But when we would see each other, we would have conversations. Hey, how you doing? One particular day, it was back in September 2023. Me and this person got on the phone, and we were discussing something that has nothing to do with a podcast dance, just life, something else. And while on the phone having the conversation, I end up saying something, because we were talking about like women and situations with women, and I end up speaking. I'm normally the person that does not talk about what I want to do, like what's up in my head, like as far as in my plans, or just the things that I want to do, until it's in motion. But I end up saying to her out of nowhere, I was just like, see, that's why I can't wait till I start my podcast. And she was like, "Did you want to start a podcast?" Not asking me, do I want to start a podcast? Like, let's start a podcast. Like, in awe, I was like, "You really want to start a podcast?" And I was like, yeah. And she was like, "What you want your podcast to be about?" And I was like, true life events, a true crime podcast, but more of a story time, a storytelling where people come on, versus all of the asking the questions about their life. More so, come on and tell your story of what happened, the trials, the tribulations, the overcoming of it, and where they are today. And with telling her that, she was at odds about it, and then she stated that she wanted to start a podcast as well. And I was like, oh, okay, what do you want your podcast to be about? And she said that she didn't have a topic. She just knows she wants to start a podcast. So I was like, okay. So we ended up getting off the phone. That was it. That was it for that day. We ended up getting off the phone. She ended up calling me back the next day. And she said God told her that we should do the podcast together, that we're supposed to do the podcast together. So at this time, I'm on my walk with God. God is dealing with me, and I need to be obedient, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I need to be obedient. So I'm like, let's do it. From that day forward, March 2023, I don't know the exact date, but it was September 2023, we started working. You know, we did a lot of planning in September. We did a lot of planning. October came, we continued with the plans, but by this time I'm like, hey, because we can plan, but we need to start
Emotion, get everything in motion.
That's it, get everything in motion. So by October I'm like, let's start doing, let's get it. She was down with it. She was, when I say let's go, she was ready to go. So we got everything together. Fast forward to January. We end up announcing it to the public. Like, no one knew we were starting a podcast. No one. January came, we announced it to the public. A lot of people was excited about the podcast. Mm-hmm. A lot of people liked the idea. But I also had some people that was not too fond of the person that I was doing it with. They wasn't too fond of that. And not to go into too much of a detail, I'll just say some of the things that people would say, whether they were close to me or they just know me from Facebook and they would message me. But to sum it all up, you guys are two different people. Mm-hmm. You guys are two different people, and I don't see that meshing well together. It was a lot more said, but the type of person I am, I could have pulled back with all of that, with all of the with what I got from the people. I could have pulled back despite how much work we had done put into it. But the type of person I am, no one else can determine how I work or just interact with someone else, period.
Right.
No one else can do that. So
right.
Despite what anyone else said, I still decided to move forward with this person. And with moving forward, fast forward to February. From January to February, not January, I'll say beginning in February, a lot of things was beginning to happen. I was beginning to see certain things, which I would brush off. I would, push it to the side. Yes, I would have conversations with her, respectful conversation, because I was very kind. I was very polite. I was very genuine. And to be honest, you can't get any more genuine than what I was. You can't get any more genuine. And I just felt like, well, it doesn't matter what I felt like. I just know you couldn't get any more genuine than what I was with that particular person. Mm-hmm. But to fast forward, we're filming episodes. We did an intro. The intro is the opening of the show. We did all of that. We had good times as well. We had good times, but a lot of things, started to transpire. Before when it first started happening, I said that because I know there's people out there, and I haven't felt victim to it, so that's what I felt like was happening. I felt like this person used God to get me to move with the podcast. But now I sit here today and can say that she didn't use God. God used her. God used her to get me started, because this is my purpose. This whole podcast, everything about it. Mm-hmm. Everything about it is my purpose. Like I said, I want to be very mild-mannered with telling this. Because it's not about all of that other stuff that that did transpire. It's not about that. Because the block is what it is.
And it's hard.
That right, little thing.
And so with all of that being said, God allows certain things to happen because, again, people like to say the devil. The devil can't do anything without God allowing it.
There you go.
But in this situation, God did all of this. This was to get me started. This was to get me to grow into, like, God is birthing a new thing in me. And I've always been, like y'all already know, I've always been shy. Mm-hmm. I'm overly comfortable with them, with the people that are close to me, that the people that I've been around and I just have a connection with. I'm comfortable. I can laugh. I can be myself and be loud. I mean, I be myself on camera with you guys, but I'm shy with people that I don't know. So for me to sit on a platform, and if you guys have been watching from day one, you guys can tell I was very shy. I rarely wanted to talk, to be honest. But like I said, God is doing great things. I was the one in class. If the teacher say stand up and read, I was looking the other way, praying that the teacher did not call on me. Praying that the teacher did not call on me. And if the teacher did call on me, I'm going to be sent to the principal's office because I'm not standing up and read out loud. Because I never liked the spotlight to be on me. Mm-hmm. I never liked the spotlight to be on me. But even though I always stayed, to me, I always stayed in the back. I always stayed in the back. At least that's what I thought. But God has greater for me. And I'm destined to be on the forefront.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. He said, let's go.
Let's go.
He said, let's go. Let's go. Let's get up here. Come on up. Come on up.
Like, that's where I'm supposed to be on the front line. I'm supposed to be on the front line, right? So, this is the start. This is only the beginning. Mm-hmm. This is only the beginning. Despite, I mean, I know a lot of people have been wondering, like, what happened. And I'm just telling you how it started and how
it's going.
Yeah, what's going on, how it's going. So with all of that happened, it's a lot of things that happened that, that separated us, and that led me to be sitting here, and God plays a major role in that. And when that happened, I took about 2-3 weeks off.
Yeah, you took about 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks off. That first week, when it happened, I called cousin Sandra. I call her that because I don't just say Sandra. Very sudden, I'll say Sandra, but I say cousin Sandra. But I called her, and I'm the type of person, I don't just talk about stuff. I don't just call around and tell people, I mean, it's not a secret. It's just nobody's business. Mm-hmm. But I did call her, given that she was the person that introduced me to that person.
Y'all.
That ain't no shade, y'all. No.
It was.
She took it as shade.
I'm just drinking.
No,
Shantae supposed to be in my backyard. Baby. What happened to it?
No, she got your body. She just way back.
Let me cross my leg.
Cross the leg. But I called cousin Sandra, and I let her know what happened. Yes, I did feel a way about what happened because I was genuine. Like I said, you can't get more genuine than what I was. You can't. If you can get more genuine than that, baby, you are Christ. Like I was really genuine. I called cousin Sandra. I let her know what happened because it bothered me because I couldn't believe. I just couldn't believe what transpired. I was taken aback. And I've learned a long time ago that if it shocks you, it was God. Mm-hmm. If it shocks you, it was God. Mm-hmm. But the block didn't end there.
Mm-hmm. Y'all see?
Mm-hmm.
So when I called cousin Sandra, I let her know what happened. And pause on the story for one moment. I want to elaborate on cousin Sandra a little bit. Cousin Sandra has always been, by the way, she's the older cousin. Shantae is older too. They both are older than me. I'm the youngest out of the group. But sometimes I tend
You can't
to
tell our age, girl.
Girl, you know I love telling the age, baby.
tell them
I
I
don't
look
look
good.
Yes.
Look good.
Black don't crack.
No, wait a minute. We gotta take that bite because some black do crack.
Oh,
Someone do
look,
that.
it's hard.
Some of them do. Some of them do. But that's another story.
Yeah.
Excuse me, y'all.
But cousin Sandra has always she has always had my back. Yeah, she's the big cousin, and she plays the big cousin role. Even though sometimes I act like I'm the
She don't age you.
look like I'm the big dog.
I'll tell you my story, baby.
Listen.
But she's always had my back, no matter what it is. I'm talking about from beating him up on the bus, because it was a boy, like he wanted to fight me. Little as I was, but I ain't care. I ain't see him, did I? I ain't see him, did I? But she's just so overly protective, like, that's my little cousin. Well. Like,
That's my business. I told y'all this girl was her. She has something about that boys, but baby, he respect women after that. He respect women after that.
But she's always had my back. Before I say what I'm gonna say, I've never had low self-esteem. Believe that.
Let's get that clear.
Get it very clear. I've never had low self-esteem, but I didn't know who I was. And when I say who I was, who God created me to be, she always spoke highly of me. Always spoke positively. Nothing but greatness upon me. She told me before I knew I was going to be something great, she told me I was going to be something great. She told me I was going to be wealthy before I knew I was going to be wealthy. Like, she...
You and me. It ain't big cousin. It ain't.
But you know,
say that husband.
God to show you the one that's nearest to you, and maybe even a stranger. You before he even show you yourself.
And he did. That's the thing. He did. He showed, like, many different people would tell me these things, but we're focusing on cousin Sandra. Many people would tell me these things, but like I said, cousin Sandra, this is from years ago. Me and my husband, she speaks highly of us, highly from the beginning. No matter how much I wreck her nerves, because baby, I wreck some. Baby, I'm a nerve wrecker. When I
I might need that other bottle. I might need that other bottle.
They agreeing on something.
I know she record, but baby, that's cousin, y'all. That's cousin.
I just mind my business, y'all.
And she do. That's the crazy one. Baby, I say, like, I know these some lunatics.
I don't say nothing until it's my time.
I know these some nutcases.
I'm sweet. I'm real stern, but I like to, cause she the fun person.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to laugh, I want to just say something. I can just say something smart to her, and she gonna give me what I need.
Yep,
she gonna give me what I need.
That.
Look, and I don't even think that she understand what she give us. It's like, I don't think she understand, but Sandra, she like I said, she always poured into me. Before I knew who I was, she knew who I was. And while I'm on the phone with her, telling her what was going on, and she see that, you know, I no longer have a co-host. Her next thing after I finish talking is, well, don't stop. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. And I told her I'm not. I am going to keep going. Her next thing was, what are you going to do now? As far as in, you going to do it by yourself, or you going to do it with a host? I said, I don't know. I said, I prefer to do it with the co-host. That way we can interact.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can interact with one another versus me sitting up here like a bump on a log. You know what I mean? So,
what's the third thing I said?
The third thing, I'm telling y'all, she always had my back now. She always got my back. The third thing was, when I told her, you know, I said I don't want to do it by myself, but, so I am looking for a co-host. I'm not really looking, I'm just taking this time to regroup, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, you know, potentially find a co-host. Her next thing was, I'll do it with you, cousin, until you find you somebody. Those were her words.
I said I'll do it with you / Girl, I'll be ready. What time? What you want me to wear? Girl, who got it? What I need to do now? What? I'll be ready. Don't worry about it. She talking about, excuse me, I'll finish this part. She say, cause of you for real?
Yes.
I said, girl,
Yes.
I'll be ready. What time? What we gonna meet at? What's going on?
What we finna do?
What we finna do? And I feel like she was shocked that I said it.
I was.
But she, like she said, I always have her back. And when you see somebody doing right, that's when you know you really supposed to have their back when they're doing right.
There you go.
And she always being right. I mean, nobody's perfect. I'm not sitting here saying she's perfect and everything like that. But when it come down to business, having her mindset, even back down to the dance group, and that when she even called me about that, and I'm like, I'm all for it. I'm positivity, positive anything. I'm down for it. And when she said that, and I'm like, hold on, hey, I'm down. Let's go. I'm ready for it. Cause I got this going on. I'm ready. I'm gonna have her back until you get whatever. Cause I do be busy, and if you know me, I am a busy person. I'm always on go or whatever the case may be. I'm the type. I'm gonna make time for what I need to make time for.
There you go.
And I knew I needed to make time for her and what she got going on. It's her dream. And like I said in the beginning, I thank her for allowing me to be a part of her dream. And I love all 7 of them. I'm going to say 8 of them because that husband, my cousin Weezy, I love you, cousin. He don't play by me either, y'all. Y'all better wait. He don't play by me.
And don't.
Baby,
sometimes I be trying to figure out, is she your biological cousin or mine? Is she my
Which
cousin?
one?
But when it comes down to them, hey baby, they even told her, hey, what cousin Sandra is? They don't play by their cousin.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know, and when I told her, she said that she was like, the kids was already like, hey, what cousin Sandra is? So you know what I'm saying? So it was just a little hiccup that we had to get over.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? And we here. That's what you know what I'm saying. We here. And once again, sometimes it be family though. You got to have your family and family from the start, but we're not gonna go there.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go there.
Family from the start.
Family from the start.
So that is how cousin Sandra get on the block.
That's how cousin Sandra get on the block, and I'm glad to be on the block. I love everything about the block. It was like I said when she was telling me about it. I was at work, baby, and guess what? I'm talking my store was around. We was busy, but guess what? We maintained. Anyway, it was something different, and I done seen podcasts, you know, people podcasts and stuff like that, and then for her to tell me what it was about, I was, like I said, once again, I was all ready. Go ahead, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna watch every episode. This one I wasn't on the blog. I'm gonna watch every episode. You know, I do my critique. I let her know like, hey, this, that. And that was what's up. And then, like I said, when she called me and told me what was going on, you ain't gotta look no further, baby. I'm right here. She's right here. Ain't no need to look. She's right here. We right here, cousin. And baby, y'all don't know. Y'all always say Libras, baby. We is what, cousin? We Libras.
Yes, ma'am.
So we definitely sticking there. And I'm not gonna allow my cousin to fall. I'm not gonna allow her to fall short, especially when she got me. She have big supporters. Y'all already know Didi. Didi have supporters. She have that, and sometimes we be that one person, and we always vibe together. We always laugh together. We joke together. We cry together. We everything together. You would think we was almost sisters,
yes.
But you know what I'm saying. Once again, I love the blog. I love everything about it. What it's doing for the community. What it's bringing to the community. What just everything. I can't even. It's overwhelming, but. Everything about the block is beautiful, and then the fact that she do bring God into it. And one thing I can say about it, she's a very spiritual person. Sometimes when I fall short in life, and I'm not perfect, and I get to the point where, hey, you know, let me call my cousin. Like she said, I'm older than her. Sometimes, you know, it can be young. It don't got no age on it. It ain't got no age on the vice. It don't got no age on who can be strong for you. It don't have an age on your backbone. It don't have an age on none of that. Mm-hmm. And when it comes down to her, because y'all know I have a sister, sisters and brothers, and my sister, she's down south. She's back home, and I mean, like, this the person I could call right here in Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? I could call my sister, don't get me wrong. But I know I can call her and she's going to pick up. Now, when she don't pick up, she call me right back. You know, she have her
They
moments.
love to put me on the blast.
She have her moments.
I
Cause
think when she don't pick up Sandra, she be on the phone with me.
see, that's where it started, y'all. We yeah, we are, baby. That's where the three-way coming. Well, we gonna talk. We gonna get to that later.
Yeah.
But it's definitely that. It's definitely that. And once again, the blog it's this platform. It's the platform of it, and I love it. Sitting down with our first guest, I was shocked myself too, because I'm sitting here like, what, you know what I'm saying, like, what I'm supposed to say, what I'm supposed to do. It just fell right into it. I fell right into it, and I loved it. And she introduced me, and so I'm gonna introduce Shantae.
Wait, I gotta introduce Shay, because
I want to introduce Shantae.
the part where she come in, I told you.
Okay, I want a little piece.
No, but I still want you to do.
Look, it's a little piece.
No, but I still want you to do your introduction with you and Shantae.
Okay, I love piece.
So we're gonna bring, but that's how cousin
Sarah got into it. Okay.
Now when it comes to Shantae,
Okay, go ahead.
It was one of those episodes where me and cousin Sandra being with Shantae. Shantae
she
was actually a guest on the show.
Yes.
If you guys don't know, she lost her brother back in 2007. Maurice Scopen, Dirt. She lost her brother, and she came on to share her story with us.
Excuse me.
Ben was supposed to get Shantae on the show. It wasn't meant for her to come
At
the time that I tried to get her on the show. Given the circumstances, Shantae, Ben was supposed to be on the show. Well, I say Ben, but God had a time in a
place.
Yes, ma'am.
a date, time, all that for Shantae to be on the show. And when Shantae came on the show, we already knew each other, like we said, but Shantae did very well on the show. I think all of our guests do well. All of our guests do well, but it was something about Shantae that stuck out to me. And it wasn't about me knowing her. It wasn't just about me knowing her. It was something bigger than that. God allowed me to see something else. And it wasn't with these eyes. It was with these eyes. And I was just thinking to myself. And then I went to cousin Sandra. And I told her, what did I say? I think I'm
how you feel?
Yeah. I gotta ask.
That's how I feel. That's how she always started with. She asked me a question. She'll ask me a question. She say, "How you feel?"
How you feel about Shantae? I ain't even say about bringing her on. I just want to see how she feel about her. How she feel about Shantae. The girl we did, the one we filmed, and she was like, "I like Shantae." She's like, "I like Shantae." I said, "You do?" She said, "Yeah." Okay, now we're gonna move out of it. Go back to Shantae. So I just did a lot of thinking and just getting things together. And me and Shantae, before she filmed her episode with us, we talked for a while on the phone. We talked for like that day. We talked over an hour. After we filmed her, we talked again over an hour, and the connection was immaculate.
Yes.
And it was just so much of what I needed. Her spirit, everything about Shantae is what I needed for the show. But I didn't tell Shantae that. I just continued the conversation that we had, hung up, that was it. We talked again. And then maybe, what was it, like 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after filming her, I called her, and it was like a regular talk.
Yeah.
It was like a regular talk, and I said, now I knew I was gonna ask her this question, and again it started off like cousin Sarah said,
How you feel?
So how you feel? I said, Shantae, how you feel about joining me as a host on the podcast? And what people don't know is that I don't trust a lot of people. I don't trust people, period. I trust people, but the people that I trust, they have earned my trust.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, I want to make sure I word this right. I pay attention to the way people make me feel and the things that people say, how they speak, how they carry themselves. I think about a lot of things. I pay attention to a lot of things. And when I have a cousin, a friend, a sister, any of that, I feel like for me, I'm going to use Cousin Sandra, because we on Shantae's. I'm going to go back to Shantae, but Cousin Sandra, I'm honored to have you in my life. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm honored to have her as a friend, as a cousin, as a co-host. I'm honored. And I feel like the type of person I am, I should receive the same. You should be honored to have me in your life. I'm something special.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm God's. I'm chosen. Whatever that person is, you're special.
You're a girl.
Now she gotta take it slow. But I feel like it should be vice versa. Likewise.
Right.
If I'm honored to have you in my life, whatever role you play in it, you should be honored to have me as well.
Hey, there you go.
And when I said those words to Shantae didn't say, "Yes, Didi," or "Yeah, I'd love to be a part of the podcast." Shantae didn't say any of that. Shantae don't even know God uses. Well, she know God uses people, but in that moment, I'm telling y'all, God know what I need. He knew the answer that I needed to feel complete and to reassure me that I was making the right decision. Shantae's answer was, "I'm honored." Shantae told me she was honored, and y'all don't even know what she did by just saying she was honored. She don't even know. I've never told her I want people to reciprocate the same thing. I've never told her that. So for her to say she was honored, that meant a lot to me, and I knew in that moment that I was being obedient and doing the will of God. And I've always wanted a team. With starting this podcast from the beginning, I wanted a team. I expressed that. And I've ran into a lot of people that done me wrong going down the journey of this podcast, and that's because I was picking them. And when I realized, not one person, not two, not three, not four, but when I realized that it was because I was picking them, that's what the problem was. Right. I was picking them, and when I realized that, I told God to pick them for me. And when I tell y'all, he did that. He did that. Right before my very eyes, he did that. I didn't pick Cousin Sandra. This is no lie. I didn't pick Cousin Sandra. I didn't even think she would be someone that want to sit on a platform and talk. But it so happened that God uses us all. And God used her to always be there for me. Always be there for me.
Yes, ma'am.
And her being there with me, baby, anything attached to me wins.
There you go.
God had her to step up to the plate once again. once again. And Shantae was what I needed. Shantae don't even know that. Shantae gave me the answer that I needed. Shantae was what I needed. I don't even know how much more I could say. Shantae was a sister when I met her. A sister back then when I met her. But Shantae is more, she's a even better sister. She's God is good. I'm gonna just say that. God is good. Our bond is great. We are a sisterhood. This is the team. This is not all of us. It's some other people. We ain't gonna say that. We ain't gonna say
yet. They ain't ready yet. They said they ain't ready yet to come out. But baby, y'all gonna be shocked and surprised.
Yes, ma'am. And not saying we're gonna have co-hosts. It's not that. Not anyone co-host.
Let's see y'all.
Yeah. But we got a team. when you're going up, and God has created something big, you're gonna need a team.
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna need a team.
Yes, ma'am.
And God, baby, one thing about it, God knows the desires of our heart.
Yes, ma'am.
He knows what you need, how many you need, and when you need them.
Yes, ma'am.
All you gotta do is move yourself out of the way and allow God to
work.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, y'all. We had to get us another bottle of wine. Give us a lemon. We had to get us another bottle.
What we got this time?
We got Stella. You know, we like to go Stella. We started with Stella since we talk about the block. We started with Stella. She was highly recommended. And she has a lot of flavors. I like it. I don't even know what I'm not even going on about this people.
Yeah,
Baby,
because they done empty the XXL.
Okay. Ooh, baby, she trying to get me drunk.
No, she gonna fill you that Stella because it's a full bottle.
Yes, it's a full bottle. This I had the tips on the last one, so I might get business. But yeah. So we gonna Didi left off on her end of Shantae. So I think it's my turn to leave.
That's how
on Shantae before she get in her little piece.
Hold on, wait a minute. Before we jump to the next one, Shantae. Oh, you know what? You're right. Cause Sandra go on about how when she came on the block when I talked to her, and then Shantae go tell her part. Cause I really want her to say her part because y'all see how to handle.
Mine's gonna be brief by Shantae. So Didi called me and as like I said, as you know. She say, how you feel? When she say, how you feel, I know that's the way of asking me a question. So she say, how you feel? And she asked me how I feel about Shantae. And I was just like, yeah, that's what's up. I like the Shantae. She speak clear. Everything about the conversation that she was having, everything was good. Yeah, I like her. Like, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? Let's tell me about it. Let's, talk about it. And she was like, how you feel about bringing her to the block? She said, how you feel about bringing her to the block? My mouth dropped. I was just like, oh my God, yes, let's do it. What we doing? How we doing it? Let's do it. And they explained to me how she's going to bring us on the show. So that's why you guys see, some days you see me, some days you see her. And once again, when I said I'm a busy person, Didi took that in consideration, and some days I can't make it, or some days some days I might can't make it, but about me being busy and things like that. And we have Shantae, and on some of the episodes, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, some of these episodes, these topics, they be like that for me. Like, y'all know, like, I love a good time. I like to laugh or whatever. Not saying that it's not a good time. It definitely is. But I know how the way Shantae talks and carry a conversation and hold it down. Hey, get Shantae to do it. and that was a good call. And she told me about her vision. She was telling me about the vision of her having her team, because once again, this is Didi's, basically she's CEO, producer, you know what I'm saying, editor, she is Didi. She's behind everything, you guys. And once again, like I said, she brought me to the platform. She brought Shantae to the platform, and I thank Didi for allowing me to be on her platform. Now I'm thanking Shantae for allowing me also to be in her presence and on her platform, because she don't have to do this. She could have told us no. She could have told Didi no, but she didn't. And I thank you for not telling her no. And I'm loving the team. I love the chemistry that we have. And when I was saying that me and Shantae knew each other back in the days, we went to Lee High School.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop.
Yes, ma'am.
No, don't stop.
We went to school together. I knew her brothers and everything like that.
You know who?
Don't stop.
Don't stop. With
okay.
That shit. Not Shantae telling my business. So once again, when she brought her, even when she came that day, I was just like, hey, how you doing? Mm-hmm. And when I said, and we have gaps in our years and things like that. We mom now, things like that. We have gaps in our years, so I actually didn't know. I knew her brother passed, but I didn't know that was her brother. And just sitting down and listening to her story and things like that. And I guess you would say welcoming back her into my life and stuff. So once again, thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
Welcome to the block. You know she on the block, y'all. Welcome to the block. And she been tell her story.
Whew. Now it's my turn, y'all. Y'all ready for me?
Y'all ready for me to
So listen, I got an inbox inviting me to the block. And at first when I got the inbox, I was like,
as a guest
to be on the show to tell my brother's story. At first I was just like, oh my God, I gotta relive this moment. I'm jumping these hurdles. I'm trying to get fit for this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, God, what you doing? Cause I said I done released that burden off of me. So now I gotta relive it. I gotta tell it like it was that day. So I'm just looking like, okay, I'll do the show. When I was supposed to do the show, like Didi said, I got canceled. It got pushed back. And now that I know it got pushed back because of unforeseen circumstances with her co-host or whatever the case may be. So she ended up planning me another day, scheduling me for another day. And the day before I was supposed to come on, she called me. We talked on the phone. I'm gonna say it probably was about 2 hours that we talked on that phone. Cause like she was just like basically giving me the rundown, you know, letting me know this is a safe place. I'm not gonna ask you nothing that you know, if you don't want to answer these certain questions, you don't have to answer them. She just was reassuring me because I'm like, really like, I don't know what I'm gonna have to talk about. You know, I know I'm gonna have to talk about my brother, but I don't know what questions they're gonna ask me and if I'm ready to answer those questions. So, you know, she reassured me that everything was gonna be okay. You know, we touched bases on the past life, how we, you know, we was okay in the past years and how God brought us back. So I ended up being on the show. I kept asking Didi after the show was over, how did I do? Because I was really nervous talking to y'all, but I knew that I was in a safe place. I didn't feel scared, but I just wanted to make sure that I gave or delivered my story like it needed to be delivered. And Didi reassured me, Shantae, I'm telling you, you did good. Cousin Sandra said, Shantae, listen, you spoke so good. You spoke so well. And I still was like, still tripping over my feet because I couldn't believe that I didn't cry. And that part of me gave me closure that you are healing. It's still there, but you are able to talk about it. You are able to cope more about your brother's story. So that was over. We did that. Didi called me that next day. We talked on the phone. We had great conversation. She didn't ask me anything then, but every morning I talk to my cousin on the phone. We chop it up. We pray together. Whatever going on with us the day before, we're gonna talk about it, whatever the case may be. My cousin came to me. She said, well, actually it was church Sunday. I'm gonna take it back. It was church Sunday. I went to church. The pastor prayed on me. The pastor said that I see you speaking to people and you're gonna know what you're talking about. He said you covered and don't be afraid to walk in your purpose. So I was like, okay, cool. I took that in. I talked to Didi, like I said, we talking. My cousin, we talk on the phone every morning. So I was telling her about, you know, I told my story, everything went well. Didi said everything was good, this, that, and the third. She was like, I said, I'm just waiting for Thursday. I'm waiting on the show to drop to see how I did. Because I was like really nervous about if I spoke like I needed to speak, if my hair was right. Because I said, how my hair look? You know, like I asked that question.
She don't play about her hair, y'all.
She don't.
So my cousin, she just listening at me talk, and then she said, I'm going to tell you something. She say she's gonna ask you to be on the show.
Go ahead on.
She's gonna ask you to be a co-host, because I was like, you know, she got a you know, a co-host, but she just got that one co-host. You know, her I didn't know that at the time that you and her were cousins. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, she got a co-host on the show or whatever, and I was introducing you to my cousin, letting her know. So she was like, out the blue, she just said she's gonna ask you to be on the show. She's going to ask you to be a part of the show. And I was like, you think so? She was like, Shantae, that's your gift. Years before that, I used to get on Facebook all the time and pour out good positive energy into people when I was hurting when I was at my weakest moments. I was pouring out positivity to the public. That was my purpose. But it wasn't nothing that I was thinking like I'm going to get on a platform and be able to talk to people or listen to people tell their story and encourage them in the midst. So I was like, you think so? She was like, yeah. So right after that, I got home off of work. I'm pulling in the driveway. Dee called me. So she was like, hey, that's how we started. What you doing today? You know, that's how we started our conversation. So we talking. She said, I'm going to ask you something. When she said, I'm going to ask you something, she didn't even have to tell me because I already knew what it was. I felt it. So I was like, what you need to ask me? She said, you don't have to answer my question right now. She said, you can go home. You can think about it. You can take your time. She said, but I want to ask you something. I say, okay, now I know what it is. Like I already know what it is because my cousin had already said it to me. I hadn't already felt it. But you know, like your mind could be playing tricks on you. That's what I'm thinking. Like your mind could be playing tricks on you. Maybe it's just you. So she was like, how would you like to be a host on the Block podcast? She said, and you don't have to answer me right now. I say, Dee, because she started talking. I say, Dee, it's a pleasure. I'm honored to be a host on the podcast. I said, but I'm going to tell you what my pastor told me. And that's when I told her he had already done prophesied this to me. And I also told her what my cousin told me. She said, girl, get out of here. She said, girl, get out of here.
She told me that too.
And I was like, you know, like, I'm like, that night, because I'm a journal. I like to journal. I journal every morning. I write in my journal, I talk to God. I built my own relationship with God. Whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm very spiritual. I take on good energy. I take on bad energy. I can detect it. So like I don't allow everybody into my space. I gotta be able to gravitate something out of the situation before I leave, before I move out of the room or whatever the case may be, for me to allow my presence to be there. Again, I was diagnosed with lupus in 2019, and it hit me harder than crack hit the 80s. I'm sorry. It hit me harder than crack hit the 80s. No lie. I felt like I was losing or becoming a failure. But one thing about me, I never give up. I always been a fighter. So I knew that wasn't gonna stop me. But it just was at that moment when things happen. When things happen, it's like you don't see the sunshine right then. You don't see the sunshine right then when it's going on. You have to move right, left foot. You know what I'm saying? You have to walk into it. You gotta trust. So what I started doing is building my relationship with God and trying to learn who I was with the diagnosis, because I've never been sick. I've never been out in the hospital except for when I birthed 2 children. That's all. So it was like this was something new to me. You know what I'm saying? So I also knew that in the process that all this is leading up to me being on the block. I also knew in the process of, I've always told myself when I turn 35, I don't want to be doing the same thing that I'm doing when I was in my 20s. Like I have a son that's growing up with me. I don't want to be in the car rapping with my son and you know, every now and then it's cool, but I'm his mama. So it's like in 2018, I told myself I wanted to join church. My friend Sade, she introduced me to her church, Real World Worship Center. She invited me to go and I went, and I've been stuck since. And I promise you, in 2018, when I joined church, things started to change for me. It was like bite to bite, things was happening to me, bite to bite, bite to bite, bite to bite. 2019, I got diagnosed with lupus. Like I was at, them people gave me 24 to 48 hours to live. Before I left and went to the doctor, I told them, I said, God, whatever you do, reveal it, but don't take me away from my children. Went to the hospital. Them people hooked me up, kept me for 5 days, blah, blah, blah. But I told myself, when I leave out of here, I don't care who didn't come to see me. Whoever came to see me, I thank you. But I know I got to walk this journey, me personally. I got to find me. So I isolated myself away from my friends, away from my family, because I wanted to find Shantae. I wanted to be the best version of me because I've never been sick. I almost died. So I wanted to introduce myself to a better person, which took me on a walk of life of finding myself and also establishing my own relationship with God. I did that. So I used to pray for certain things. I asked for genuine people to come a part of my life, better situation, open strategic doors for me, introduce me to genuine people. Because when you walking in your own walk and trying to find your way, you get sensitive. You get sensitive to certain things that go on. So I'm so used to being, what's up? What we talking about? I'm so used to that part. So when you become, when you get on your walk, you become sensitive to stuff. And you humble yourself so much to where you let people talk. You let people talk and they know nothing of. So when the block came about and Didi introduced me to the block, she completed my walk. She completed me. Like when I don't talk to Didi, or I go 2 and 3 days without talking to Didi, I feel like I'm missing something. Guess what? Even though I don't talk to San every day, guess what I asked Didi? You talk to San today?
Always.
What she talking about? I might not be talking to her every day, but guess what? I'm gonna get the scoop from Didi. It's like we complete each other. It's a circle. Like people can look at you and be like, oh, she used to be like this, she used to be like that. But you don't know me now. And you cannot touch. You hear me? You cannot touch this person that I am now. They can say, oh, she thinks she all that. Cause I am.
Cause I am.
Cause I am. Cause I am.
Yes, ma'am. And what about
guess what? If I don't want to do it, I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
if I don't want to indulge in it, we ain't indulging in it.
No, and a bag of chips.
You didn't know. You knew Shantae then. You don't know the new Shantae now.
Oh, okay.
That's what it really
means.
means.
Okay.
That's that's a part of growing. Period. I feel like that's a part of growing. Period. Anyway, because baby, I am not. You hear me when I say that I am not who I used to be. And I am not that old Sandra as
yes, ma'am.
Y'all done seen people that don't watch this platform, done seen me on this platform. A lot of people are amazed and they are shocked because I'm not the old Sandra. And baby, I'm still working on it. I know I'm a little older, but I'm still.
It's bad.
I know. I'm not mad about it or anything. I know I'm still working, and I love that for me.
Yes, ma'am.
I ain't even gonna lie. I love that for you.
Baby, I love it. Let me sit. Let me sit. Lehigh.
Ooh, she said it. Ooh, she said that, girl. Baby, I love that for me. And nothing happens overnight, you guys. Nothing happens overnight. So don't overthink. Even in your purpose of your footsteps of walking, you might be thinking, oh, I'm this age. I should be this. I should be that. What you think you should be, that's not what you're going to be.
Exactly.
Allow, take the walls down. Take the walls down.
And
that's really the first step.
If anybody ever tell you that it happened overnight, they lying. And don't ever listen to anything they have to say because they lying. I just feel like in the midst of my process, when I was going through what I was going through, when I was at my lowest, at my weakest moments, and in the streets they say, oh, she's sick. Like she's sick. Like not with lupus, but she's sick. Like people do that to you and you don't know what people be battling. Like people talk about things they know
and that's
nothing
where the bricks come. That's where the bricks come.
They know things they know nothing of, but I didn't let that determine who I was as a person. I still posted my pictures when I looked different, and to me I didn't look different, but years later after I looked at the old pictures, I was like, oh my God, I look like that. Like I didn't even look like myself, but I still posted because I wanted the people to see the process. What God can do, what God can move mountains. God can move mountains. I was this big and I didn't look like Shantae. But I had a team of people who was at my door that was ready to help me. But what stuck out the most, like everybody know that me and my brother Tyrone, we like this. We locked in, like we like this. My brother seen me. He was going through his little different phases in life, and he seen me for the first time when I was sick. My brother was like, "What? Get up! This ain't it, man. Hey, you know what you gotta do." And when I heard those words from my brother, it was just like, yeah, let's get this. Let's get it. Because, like, literally, I was just, like, laying around and, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, laying around and just, like, feeling like, what happened? But it's so crazy. Like, I'm gonna publicly say this. My sister was getting tested for cancer, and she was getting tested for lupus. She was going through these little tests or whatever, and she didn't tell me at first. So one day when I went to my mama's house and I seen like a jug in my mama's refrigerator, and she was drinking, and I'm like, "What are you doing? What is that for? What you?" She was like, "Oh, I didn't want to tell you, but they tested me for cancer and stuff like this and this and the third." And I was just like, "What?" That's the first thing my mind said was, "What?" Okay. I never spoke on it to her again. I went home that night and I prayed. My sister had just had a baby. Well, she had just, before she had a baby, was in a bad car accident where she had to learn how to walk all over again. A drunk driver hit her. She had, I think, like 80 something staples and stitches in her arm where her arm was bust open. Like, her car was horrible. Like, it was, you wouldn't even think she was gonna live.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God. So I went home that night, and she had just had a baby. After the accident, she had a baby. After the accident, so I just was like, when she told me that, I went home that night. I said, Lord, whatever you do, please don't do that to my sister. She can't handle it. She just had a baby. Give it to me. 3 months later, I fell sick. No lie. 3 months later, I fell sick. Going back and forth to the doctor. They don't know what's going on with me. They just telling me it's gastritis and GERD. I'm going back and forth. I'm like, baby, what y'all telling me ain't what it is. It can't be, because the medicine y'all give me not helping. Come to find out it was lupus. I sacrificed myself for my sister, and I'll do it again. I'm a gifted child. My voice, brain is catching to people. I can bring people. I'm stern. I'm stern. And when I speak to people, I don't just be speaking just to make myself sound good and all kind of stuff like that. I speak genuinely from my heart because it's a purpose in me. I always been the person who was out to help people. They always say, Shantae, the meanest one in the clique. But when you know me, you love me. If I ever dealt with you, or I ever came in contact with you, you love me years later. Because even if we went our separate ways or not, it was never nothing bad on me. And that's just me. I'm just that person. And they look at me like, oh, she is mean. She just, y'all, she mean. I don't want to say nothing to her. Baby, smile. It ain't, this just me. Right. But I'm a genuine person. And I never played about me. But the more I sat and isolated myself away from the world, I learned me. And then when I got introduced back into Didi and got reintroduced back into Sandra, it completed me. It completed my circle. Like, I can go without talking to people every day, but I be needing to talk to y'all. I be needing to know. Like, I be needing to know that, Didi.
No, we just need
what's
to talk.
going on with saying?
We need to talk.
She alright? Oh, she at work. Oh, okay, she at work then. Okay. Like, I just be wanting to know, because I just feel like before I lay down at night, or when I write in my book early in the morning, I pray for y'all. Because we are a team. If it's something that's ill will or whatever, when you pray and ask God to reveal it to you, it's gonna show. Amen. As a team, that's what. If I'm entering into something, I want to enter into something that's genuine. I don't want nothing that's bad, or somebody trying to feel like, oh, she getting more attention than me, or he. You know, it ain't about that. Yeah. I grew up in a family. My mama had 5 kids. My mama had 5 children, and we grew up in the family. We gonna stick together like glue. We gonna take care of each other. If we fight, we gonna fight in the house, but we not gonna fight in the street to let everybody know that we beefing. We not gonna do that. Right. We gonna take care of each other. Even if we mad and you talking about him, guess what? You might as well say you mad at me too, baby, because you beefing with my brothers or my sister. Yeah, you beefing with me too, and that's how I feel about y'all. Like the block platform is a positive platform. Right. People might say, "Oh, why y'all don't get a little messy?" That ain't what this is.
This ain't what it is.
That ain't what this is.
This is not.
It's a home. It's definitely a home, and we're not a messy home. We just want to say that we're not a messy home because it's not that platform. Because when, like she said, when we interviewed her, like she said, she felt safe. She was able to tell her story with no problem. She didn't cry. Some people might come on the block. They might cry. They might don't. But guess what? You can break that wall down and share that with us because it's a safe place. Yes, ma'am. And it's no drama. We don't do drama. We don't do drama. We don't like nothing about it. We laugh, we joke, tell our stories, let our guests come in and tell our stories. But one thing we do not allow on this platform is drama. Because like Didi said, God brought her into this. God brought her into this. He brought me into this without me knowing. And that's what you guys do see a lot of. And hear a lot of. You definitely going to hear these two ladies talk about God a lot. You're definitely going to hear. You'll hear from me just a little bit. And now when I say just a little bit, I'm still in my path. I'm still in my walk.
And that's okay.
So,
we all
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's no time frame. It's never a time frame. Yeah, like what you say, cousin.
Everybody walk is different.
Everybody walk is different. It's no time frame, nothing. These ladies in their walk. I'm in my walk. They're in their walk. And that's that's what I love about them. And that's what I can do the phone calls and make sure everything okay and whatever. Like they say. And you always want that prayer warrior. If you don't have a prayer warrior, you better get you one.
Amen.
I got 2.
Amen.
And God bless me with 2 of them. I ain't here to brag, but God bless me with 2 of them. And that's just a good thing. The block, you guys. And
I'm gonna piggyback off of what Shantae said. Well, both of you kind of like spoke about it, about God revealing, who you are. God does isolate you. If you find yourself alone and isolated, God is trying to do some things.
Yes, ma'am.
He's actually doing great things.
right.
And before he show you anyone else, he'll show you yourself. He's gonna show you.
And
yourself.
not to mean to cut you off, I want them to always remember, butterflies go in a cocoon or they twine themselves up. What it is, the caterpillars twine themselves up and they go through an isolation stage. And before they get their wings, they're isolated. So when they get their wings, they able to branch off and free themselves.
Yeah.
So that's that isolation stage that we
And it's
enduring.
okay to isolate yourself. A lot of people,
You're not isolating yourself. God.
Well, yeah. You know what God isolated
You wouldn't even know and understand until you find yourself in that moment. Like, it's no one.
Yeah.
No one.
And then but a lot of people go from, you admit sin, and don't let them people get to you. That's one thing you cannot do. Now I had to learn that in my walk. It's you didn't call me today, or you ain't call and check on me. Baby, it's not about you
at all.
It's not about you.
You know what? I love that about like before the podcast, because I am a person. I normally don't talk to. I'm not one person every day. Can't nobody say that. But them two is every day now. But it has been where I don't answer my phone. And this is the honest to God truth. I've had people, you would have thought I committed a crime. I don't answer my phone and they are mad. I'm talking about fire blowing out of their ears, steam blowing. They are upset. I love the fact that God put people in my life that are very understanding of my life, period. I talk to these ladies every day. I used to didn't talk to nobody every day. It have been times where cousin Sandra called. I've just always been like that. I may not be. It ain't even available. It's just I just didn't talk that day. But what she'll do is she want to make sure I'm okay first. And after that, she going off on me. She ain't mad, saying F you up. When I call her back, she, you got enough people, they don't even want to answer you.
Yeah.
They ain't even answering you, but when you call them back, my phone could have been
anything.
In the bathroom, or I'm in the bathroom.
You are. First of all, we are human.
No, we are adults.
Yeah,
right.
We are.
Human. But you know what? I learned to accept people for who they are.
Yeah.
And what I learned that I don't have time to worry about why you mad at me.
Yeah.
I don't have time to worry about why you just jump to conclusions.
I don't care.
Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like
I learned I don't care.
Yeah. I'm at that stage where I can care less.
And when you said, what did you say? You said, what did you say? Oh God. It was something that you said too. It was, I wanted to pick back up on. It was that isolation, but it was also, it'll come back to me. Go ahead. It'll come back to me.
But you know, like I just choose to. I always wanted to. Always wanted the best version of myself to be introduced to the public. I've always growing up, I was a tomboy. I ran everywhere with my brothers. I fought with my brothers. Like I wasn't the type of girl that's around here. Oh, she around that boy. Baby, I was with my brothers them. I was thugging with my rounds for real. Like I was jumping gates playing football. I was doing that with my brothers them. So, you know, like it's just when I came back outside after being in the house for 3 years. The public did not see me for 3 years, like out in the streets or going out. They didn't. If they see me, it's Publix, Winn-Dixie, the store up the street.
He reintroduced you.
He reintroduced me.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, my biggest thing is I'm single. I'm single, and anybody can't have me.
I know that's right. You better
go ahead on.
Listen. That isolation stage
taught you a lot.
Taught me so much about me that I didn't understand about me back then. And I'm not saying that I was so easy to influence or easy. None of I was meaner. I was always mean my whole life. I heard that my whole life because that was me. It wasn't intentional, but that's who I was. You know what I'm saying? But the more I isolated myself and writing in my journal every day and I was finding my way. I was finding my way. That's how I'm able to write little quotes to people that I come from off of my head and out of my heart that I put out there to the public. I do that for me because I feel like it's so many people that's hurting inside that don't have an outlet to get it out. They don't know who they can trust because you can sit there and say, "Oh, this my friend. This I grew up with you from the dirt. Like we jumped gates together. We did it all together." But it's the same friend that when you did one thing wrong or you told them, "No, I can't take you to this place or I can't do this or I ain't got the money to give you." That got on the phone with got on the phone with her new friend. That got on the phone with her new friend. They got on the phone with her new friend Kiki and say, "Girl, let me tell you about Shantae. Girl, y'all know she done lost all that weight. Y'all know she look bad right now. And this, that, and the third. Look, I'm a big girl.
Okay,
you're a thick girl.
I'm a big girl.
Go ahead on. I should have to get up with it. Go ahead on, girl.
I love every part of me. Baby, let me tell you something. They be so quick to say, "Oh, surgery this, surgery that." No, baby, I'm natural. I love every part of me.
I know that's
every part of me. I'm gonna explain that to you. Because when I got lupus, I was 106. I've always been thick. I've always been a thick girl. I was 116 pounds. I've never been that small. That was the ugliest stage of my life. That was the hardest stage of my life. Because I hated the way I looked. I hated the way I looked. I didn't care what people thought, but for me, that I wasn't comfortable at that stage. So I knew I had to get out. But the only way I had to get out, my pastor told me. My pastor came to the hospital when they put me in the hospital. He say, "Sister Shantae," he said, "I'm gonna tell you this."
That's when you know it's real.
He said, "I'm gonna tell you this." He say, "Sister Shantae," and I love that about my pastor because if I don't come to church in a couple Sundays, guess what? He gonna call my phone. Hey, you all right? But my pastor came to the hospital. I believe my friend Sade let him know that I was in the hospital because I didn't call nobody. I didn't tell nobody because like I'm not the person that's gonna say I'm in the hospital. That was my
seeking that attention.
I didn't care about telling people that. You know what I'm saying? So my pastor came out there. The doctor came right in the room. He said, "I'm finna leave." No, you stay. You stay. So the lady, she telling me what was going on with me. She was like, balancing. She said, I got two options. She said, I got two things that's coming up. And she was letting me know what was going on. And she asked me, can she pray with me? The lady prayed
right
with
now.
me. The lady prayed with me and everything. And I told her I wasn't scared about nothing. And my pastor was right there. So when he prayed for me. He said everything he needed to say to me. And he also told me, he said, Shantae, he said, I'm going to tell you this. He said, you're not going to finish this battle if you try to fight it alone. He said, this ain't your battle to fight. He said, this was never your battle to fight. So until you call on God and ask for help, if you don't call for help, you ain't gonna make it.
That's it right there.
You don't call on help, the right help, you ain't gonna make it. He just was like, you're not gonna make it if you don't submit. So I had to, boom, when I was a child, I liked to write. I started journaling every day, writing every day. Every day I would journal, every day. When I didn't, I felt off. But I had to realize the more I wrote and, did it, because like when I missed days, I used to go back and fill in the days that I missed. If I missed 3 days, guess what? I'm writing for 3 days. But I had to think about it and start to get an understanding. I had to get an understanding that it's never my timing. It's never my timing. I had to take time that when you don't write or you miss a day of writing, that's your relaxation day. So if I write in my journal, what the day is? The day is what? Saturday. I might say today because I missed today. I didn't write this morning because I was running around getting ready for the podcast.
Thursday.
Still tell our business, hey, y'all, we drop on Thursday, so 8 o'clock.
Thursday, 8 p.m.
I had to write in my journal, and I had to say in my journal, this a relaxation, regrouping, revamping. That's the type of stuff that I put in because I be wanting to put out positivity in my life to myself. Yeah. Because how I'm gonna tell you today is gonna be a good day, and I don't feel like it's within that it's a good day. I'm lying to you. Right. I'm shooting you a dream.
Absolutely.
So it's coming to the block was a great outlet for me because I can share some of my moments with the public on what's going on with me, in my journey and how I became who I am, the best version of myself. Because this version that you get right here,
I like this version.
You ain't never seen it.
I like it.
You ain't never seen it.
You ain't never seen this version.
Yeah. So I like this. I get the new Shantae. I got the new Shantae. Y'all got the old Shantae.
Everybody not gonna get them. Everybody, I be in Bell like this. Everybody don't get to experience me.
Right.
So that's likewise same for them. Everybody don't get to experience me. I feel like everybody is not meant to be in my presence
at all.
And hey, that's just the way it is. Unfortunately,
for me, sometimes I learn the hard way.
Yeah, you always. But that's okay.
It's okay, but that's the thing for me though. I'm not waiting to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I ain't waiting for none of them times. You got that many times to show me who you are, and it's on me to take what I'm learning from you as that person. You can have family. It took one time for her to show me who she was, and as you can see, I can't even stuck like Chuck, like she said, school boys, baby. Y'all know school boys days.
Ain't no switching.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? We here. Shantae, like I said, I met her doing school. We just met. It was always it wasn't never really nothing deep either, like it is now. And for somebody to come back into your life and bring this much positivity in your life is
God's time.
The perfect time
time, because you never know what somebody's going through. Even us ladies, we can get on here and smile, baby. The block. We have been through some trials and tribulations. You guys have seen some of the stuff CC. Some episodes this might be new. You might seen us on another episode. You might seen this third. But when y'all seen when Didi had them keys, what I said to Shantae, I said, baby Shantae, what I said, Didi got us. She got us. She's a strong woman. She got us. Because we went through a time where, even with you guys, we might miss the episode or whatever. But we here. We here. Y'all seen them keys jiggling because they did that.
What Shantae said about when you're on that walk, and that's very true. When you're on that walk, baby, people start thinking you soft.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, I said 1, 2, 3, 4, baby, I was getting tried.
Left and right.
Left and right.
I was getting
Left and right.
Left and right.
But
it make you go in the corner and talk to yourself.
Yeah.
Baby, I had a friend in me.
Yeah.
Baby, because I was talking to myself like, God will really, you don't have to try to be nothing at all. I didn't have to try to keep my mouth closed. God told me to be quiet.
Quiet.
I didn't have to try. Yeah, he told me to be quiet. Because y'all, Lord, God is still working.
We got a white on team,
Baby.
Hey, y'all trying to
He said, you what I got here, Sandra, go over there.
He told her to go sit in that corner.
Hey.
But he said,
Oh,
God
gee.
said be quiet. God said be quiet. And I didn't have to try to be quiet. One thing about me, I'm little, but you can't bully me.
Baby, that's a firecracker. You hear
can't
me?
That voice is powerful.
I'm sorry. You cannot bully
I
me.
don't think you is, baby.
And for me to be as humble as I would, like, God will humble you. When I tell you,
Yes, it will.
God had me so, I'm talking about lips sealed many times when,
It could have been.
yes, when it
It
could
coulda.
have
Ooh,
been.
it coulda been.
My flesh, when I called for the Sandra, my flesh, like, on numerous occasions, like, boy, this, what, got one, all right.
Alright.
Yo.
Alright.
Okay.
What she said? Alright.
But when I tell you, why them people thinking they in competition with you, why they think they fighting you,
They can't
baby,
touch not my anointing.
and do my
Profit, no harm.
baby. They want, baby. Ain't nobody fighting
Come.
me. They ain't fighting me. They fighting the good God.
Who
the
you
good
telling?
God. When it come to me, I ain't fighting nobody.
Me either.
God fighting my battles. When it come to Shantae, she ain't fighting nobody.
Baby, I don't even want to argue with you.
Wait, I don't wanna argue.
Listen,
Sandra,
the best thing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I remember one time I had you know, like I'm quick to stand up for my brother them and my sister too, but she don't really get into nothing. But I'm quick to stand up for my brother them, and I was going back and forth with his people, but dog, I was so at peace with my life and at myself. I went live one time on Facebook, and she came on there, sister, what she say, sister Shirley. I say no, correction, Sister Davis, baby. I ain't never been no Shirley.
I know
My name Davis. I said, but I'm not finna do this with you.
Yeah.
I'ma pray for you. I'ma pray for you, and I meant that like genuinely. I'm not going back and forth with nobody because I'm not finna let nobody work me up and get mad for what.
Yeah. Ooh, listen.
Get mad for what?
Listen, when she said work her up, cause guess what? When you allow people to get you upset and all riled up, and you go, the only person you're affected is you.
Thank you.
That give you a headache. That disrupt your body.
Your whole body.
Your mindset, your think process. You call it stress and damnation upon yourself. Let them people have that. Let them people have whatever they think it is that they having.
They got
Let them have it.
Guess
Let
what?
them have it.
It's winning season.
Ooh,
It's winning
it's
season.
my winning season.
It's winning season because let me tell you something. It's so many people that do things to you and try to get you to step out of character and become them. And they be, oh, I ain't bothered. Yes, you are. Very much so bothered.
Very much.
Guess what? When you turn the other cheek at what they talking about, I ain't clearing nothing up. Whatever you feel about me or however you come.
However, listen, I know, hey, I am who I am for those who don't even know me. The public who don't even know me. The ones that just see me from Facebook and Instagram or see me outside. Wherever they see me, I don't come out like that. But when they do see me, whatever they think I am based off of others or whatever, believe what you want to believe.
Baby, I ain't clearing nothing up.
Believe
And
what you want to believe.
at this point, it's at this age, at this
Baby, I ain't clearing. Baby, guess what?
How you want,
I ain't clearing nothing up.
Yeah.
Only person I'm making something clear to is my children. That's it.
But the thing is though, people always going off of what other people
There you go.
say.
Yeah, get to know me.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
get to know
then
me.
you can pretty much see the light on these individuals that others try to dull. You can see that. You can see that they're not drummed out. They're not messy. They're, you know what I'm saying? You can see the glory of God on them.
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
see how gracefully they are. You can see these things. And I mean, people just people are who
it's
they
the life that we living in today. Like, it's the life and the time that we living in today. Everybody's so hooked on social media, ready to, oh, I'm gonna get this latest fashion, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Baby, guess what? No matter how many surgeries you have, no matter how many boyfriends you have, husbands, whatever you go through in life, if you're not happy within yourself, it's gonna keep being a repeated cycle.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna keep going through the same thing over and over and over again.
With this person, the next, anybody you come in contact.
Guess what? You the problem. You the problem. One thing about it, when you accept yourself,
don't stop, baby.
You the problem.
You got too much. Hold on now.
We give you too much. People is not ready to hear that. They're the problem. They ain't ready to hear that.
Y'all the problem. Y'all listen. Let me tell you something. You the common denominator. You the solution to the problem. It's you.
It's you.
It's you. You got to work on self. You got to build your own rapport with yourself. If you can't build rapport with yourself, child, please.
Yeah.
Child, please. You got to build your own rapport. You got to find out who you are as a person.
Yes, who
you can't go. You can't go tackling and degrading people
and watching the next person wanting to be them. Yeah, be that person. Like, cause you have a lot of those too.
It's really a lot of delusional people in the world.
Don't say that word.
It's a lot of delusional people in the world.
I don't know what about that word just tickles me. Delusional.
Yeah.
Girl, delusional.
I'm gonna call them.
What you call it, Didi?
Delusional.
No, what's the nickname?
The
Lulu. Who?
The Lulu.
The Lulu. Oh God, I love you.
Y'all, this was fun.
Yes, it was.
This was fun.
Cause first of all, hold on, cut time out, y'all. If y'all can't see, baby, Didi took her shoe off. I got comfortable.
Very much so.
We done emptied these cups. Hold on.
Just one almost.
And we done emptied these cups.
I told
She
y'all
got her sparkling wine.
I told y'all last episode I was gonna have my non-alcoholic sparkling grape juice.
And she got it. And baby, I done finished my 2 cups and stuff like this. So
and guess what though? You see how I spoke that? And I ain't even bring that. They didn't even bring that. But yeah, that's another story.
Yeah, we can't. Like Dee said, we wanted to give y'all a little piece. We gave y'all a lot. I think we gave y'all a lot tonight.
We did.
But we're gonna give y'all a little piece. But we're gonna sum it up. Didi,
Go ahead. I love you.
And I love you.
And I welcome to the block. I thank you so much.
Look, she is a little salty, little.
So Didi, sum it up. Let the people know just a little bit more and how to find you and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, we gave y'all a lot, but I'm gonna tell y'all again. Y'all can, if y'all got a story to tell, to share with us, we would love to have you. We love for you guys to come on and tell your story. We get so many people that come in here and sit with us, whether they're on the phone and they tell us over the phone or they tell us in person. Like they're nervous, they're shy, they're scared. But I can guarantee you, once you come in and the mouths begin to flow, you will be the most comfortable as you have ever been. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. We strive to make this great. We strive to make this comfortable, and we strive to make this the best experience for each and every one of our guests. So again, if you or anyone you know are out there and you want to share your story, you can contact me at It's Didi Corbett on Instagram and Didi Corbett on Facebook.
And you can contact me, Shantae Nicole, on Facebook and Shantae_Nicole on Instagram.
Okay, and you can contact me. But I still wanted to piggyback on Didi about DaBLOCK and what it's bringing to the community and things like that. Because when we in the streets and we tell people, for me, and I tell people, hey, you watch the podcast on DaBLOCK, and some people ask about what it is, and I tell them, they be like, okay, they down for it, they subscribe right then and there, they watch it, and they love everything about it. And the guests, and all the previous guests, the past guests, the new guests we're going to get in the future, you guys, once again, this is an open platform to you guys. Be yourself. Come on here yourself. As you can see, we are who we are. We come on and we are who. This is us. There's nothing fake about it. It's nothing fake. We
about it.
You might talk to one of us on the phone and just let us know about your story and things like that. And thank you for allowing us to be in your presence. And thank you for that. The past guests, the future guests, the middle guests, all of you guys, even the subscribers. Thank you guys, because if without you guys, it wouldn't be no blog.
Yes, and I also want to say, because I don't want to get off of it, the thank you to you guys, like our home team, Jacksonville. Each and every one of you guys, y'all heard it. We want to thank you guys for tuning in each and every Thursday. Even though we have missed some Thursdays, you guys be looking for us.
Yeah. Hey, where y'all late? What's going on?
Yeah, like last week, I was late. That episode didn't drop till after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
After 10 o'clock. But guess what? Y'all was waiting.
Y'all was waiting. Patiently
waiting. And then
I was rushing her for y'all because I had a couple ideas.
She was like, what's going on? But I want to thank you guys and let you know that we love you guys. And people say, how you love somebody? If you can love God, someone you never seen,
thank you.
You can love the people that you walk past each and every day. And also I want to thank our YouTube family, the people that's not in our city that has subscribed and make sure that even if they don't know the exact date, they be looking on YouTube looking for us.
Yes.
They be tuned in. I have one subscriber that on my personal channel. She moved over to the Block podcast channel, and when I tell you guys, she is so faithful. Yeah. When I tell you she is so faithful, her name is Shalitha. I'm gonna give you a shout out, Shalitha, and I just love you. I love how you support.
Right.
Thank you, girl.
Like, she leave a comment on each and every video.
That's what's up.
Each and every. She has not missed a episode yet. Yet. And I'm not saying. I'm quite sure some more that haven't missed the episode yet.
Yeah.
And
thank y'all.
Y'all the ones in the bushes, cause y'all ain't letting me know y'all there. Y'all not letting us know that y'all there. So we want to thank y'all too. I don't want to just announce the person that we see. I want to thank the people that we don't see.
Right.
But again, Shalitha, I thank you so much, cause she didn't have to come from the personal page to the Block podcast.
And for the people that we might hit up, because some stories we do know, and we might hit you up and say, hey, how you feel coming to the block and telling your story. That's all we want to know. How you feel coming to the block telling your story. If you're ready, come. If you're not ready, we're not going to force you to be ready. That's one thing we would not do. But we would like, once again, we'd love to hear your story. The questions we ask, we only ask what you allow us to ask.
And
if you
it's
say,
based
hey,
off of your story.
It's based off your story. And if you're not ready to say, hey, I don't want to answer that question or whatever, we're not going to answer those questions. It's all about you.
Yes, ma'am.
And can't nobody tell your story like you.
Nobody. That's the topic, basically. That's basically the thing.
That's it right there.
Nobody can tell your story better than you. And if you want to come on this platform, subscribe, share, contact, hit us up. Yeah. We have 3 amazing ladies that love to laugh, joke, smile, everything. And you guys can see how open we are when it comes down to sharing our lives with you guys. And that's what we're doing too. We're sharing our lives. Shantae share her story all the time. She share her story and let you know to be comfortable with us, because she goes through things, I go through things, Didi go through things, because guess what, we are all human. And that's basically it, you guys.
But I want to also say that when she said about we hit people up, we do send personal invites to come on the show. But you know what, God has been so good that lately we really haven't been reaching out.
Right.
Like
they've been contacting us.
We've been getting the stories in. Yes, people have been reaching out to us, and I'm just excited for what's to come, and God has so much more in store for us.
Yes,
this is
I feel
all the way up. It's all the way.
Right.
It's all the way up.
And I feel like the people that we do hit up, for me, the people that we do hit up, I feel like that story that you have, it would definitely help.
Someone.
It would help
Yes,
someone.
yes. Don't ever feel like you can't.
Don't
help someone else.
When we hit you guys up, that means we know your story.
Or
we know a little bit of your story.
Even if we hit you up and you choose not to be a part of the block, it's
It's
okay.
okay, yeah.
Like it's okay. You
hit
can
us up when you ready.
When
We ready.
your time.
If it's 2 months, 3 months, a year from now, because we ain't going nowhere.
at all.
Nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
Play time over this beat lead.
They ain't ready.
On that note, guys, we're gonna end tonight's segment. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like hearing from us three, just throwing some episodes in there. Maybe once a month or something like that. Just us. I know you guys enjoy the guests telling their stories.
We got something coming for you guys.
Yeah, we got something.
We got
for y'all.
something coming for
We
you
definitely got
guys.
something for y'all. But again,
Look at Shantae.
baby, she ready to go eat because that's where we about to go.
Yay.
We about to eat. That's why I lean forward to end it.
Yeah.
I hope y'all have a good night and return next Thursday at 8 p.m. on
The block.